Friends, this is Bhupati Raj. Welcome to Mantra. Of course, our GK series. Today I'm going to cover 50 bits, 50. And do one thing, I'll start with one wonderful, yes, international affairs analysis. I'll start and go back again later. But the first point here, question number 21, UNSC, United Nations Security Council, permanent members count. How many members are there? The permanent members are how many in this case? Of course, you know the answer for this question, but definitely five. But what are those nations? What are they actually? They are the nations here. China, of course, you know France, then Russia, formerly USSR, I think you know that one, the UK, United Kingdom, and the USA. I think you know United Nations established which year, please? 1945. So this is what you call the October 24th is UNO Day. Every year we'll celebrate that as UNO Day, please, October. So point is what now? Permanent members are here five: China, France, Russia, the UK, and the USA. Next question here: Belt and Road Initiative by which country? Yeah, it's a very big issue, of course, in the international point of view. Just go through this once. Right. The answer for this question is USA, China, Russia. No doubt this China. But I'll give brief and wonderful information on this NATO because it's a burning topic. I think you understood the president of USA, Donald Trump, of course, shouted on the nations, you know, the friendly nations of Africans, otherwise NATO members. I think, you know, as on date, the NATO, yes, Article 5 refers to what? Yeah, before that, I'll just option A, trade, B, collective defense, C, environment, and D, health. Better option for this, of course, collective defense. Fine. But what is this application here? The head is, I think, you know, the NATO headquarters, I think I covered in previous video, that is Brussels. But it's a 32 member, in fact, 32 countries are members in this NATO. That's Intergovernmental Military Alliance. In place what? This is formed in 1949, but, right, especially to ensure collective defense. The same thing I've taken that. That is nothing but out of 32, example, attack on one nation is treated as the attack on 32 nations. That's the thing, of course, we have NATO beta, right? And as of now, we have 32 members. The 32nd nation, I think, you know, that's Sweden. The latest nation it is 32nd nation was joined in the month of March. I think it is March of 2024 beta. Even if I'm not wrong, March 7th or something like that, the data also. So 31st was Finland, if I'm not wrong. So the answer is what here? For this question is NATO Article 5 refers to collective defense. Baba, then question number 24. That also very important point in the question number 24. It's a very fantastic one. I think now we are calling this as what you call. Yes, I'll guess it's a concept-based question. In fact, I want to tell the complete information. BRICS expanded recently to include only Asian nations, oil-rich countries, multiple emerging economies, and none. No doubt the answer, of course, we have C. But what is this? But in the beginning, it was not BRICS. Its name was BRIC, BRIC only. That's in 2009. BRIC was, of course, we have only this is B for Brazil, R for Russia, Brazil, Russia, our wonderful country, India, and China. So these are the four nations, of course, formed BRIC. Later, it's extended, of course, in 2010, South Africa added to this one. From that time onwards, it has become BRICS. BRICS, B stands for BRICS. This is what Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa. Because South Africa joined in which year, please? That's in 2010 beta. Now, I think, you know, many number of nations here we have today. Example, BRICS. We should say today BRICS, not only BRICS it is, BRICS plus we have today. Because already in this one joined, you can say, one thing is, I'll tell you that one, Iran, yes. Later beta, Egypt, Ethiopia, United Arab Emirates, UAE. These all in 2024, my dear. Indonesia joined in 2025. So these are the nations. That's the reason we are calling it as what BRICS plus. So it's a multiple emerging economies, my friends. Then go to question number 25. It's ICC headquarters. What is ICC? Sir, it is. That's a very important point. International Cricket Council. ICC stands for International Cricket Council beta. So that's headquarters, of course, in Dubai, United Arab Emirates. Baba, there's a very big story upon this one. It's in the beginning, of course, ICC actually formed in 1909. Headquarters was in London. Now, from 2005 onwards, that means till date, is the Dubai is the headquarters, my friends. International Cricket Council and its role, and it's a very, or you can say, richest organization, right? So, in same fashion, I want to go to the question number 26 first of all. But a Nobel Prize not given in which field? Because Nobel Prize in different fields, right? But one thing is that a very big story also there on that. Just go through. It's a funny story, a fantastic story. Why Nobel is not interested to give this actually in his will. I didn't mention mathematics because some reason is there. So if you attend my classes, I'll tell you that story. Also, a funny story. It's a good story, right? Basic point, of course, our law program at the same time, our UPSC. These two things we have. UPSC IAS Prelims come mains exam, of course, batches, better. Our law entrance exam, CLAT. These two, and CLAT, of course, now we can say CLAT Mantra. CLAT Mantra. This is what you call a sister organization of mine, Mantra IAS Academy. So now onwards, CLAT is separated from this one. So under the brand name of CLAT Mantra. Now, see, these are the basic questions. It is for IAS Foundation at the same time, our wonderful law examination. That's the reason I've taken this. Join our online program better. If you want to join, of course, or offline, anything, just call us on this number, 880-162-7181. Now come to the point here. Nobel Prize not given to option A, physics, B, chemistry, C, mathematics, D, peace. No doubt the answer for this question, I think mathematics. Booker Prize eligibility, option A, any language? No, it's not. B, English language novels particularly. That's the reason we have Booker Prizes for English language in the point of language, and in the special category, novels. But the Oscar Award is also called as Academy Award, Filmfare Award, BAFTA, Emmy. So no doubt the answer is Academy Awards. But our next point in this case is 29th one, Raman Magsaysay Award. Raman Magsaysay Award called as Asian Nobel, B, Peace Award, C, Literature Award, D, Science Award. No, this is called as Asian Nobel Prize. That's a big thing, please. In fact, it's originated, of course, from Philippines, the capital of Philippines, Manila. So that's what actually. Question number 30, my dear. Pulitzer Prize mainly science, mainly upon, of course, in which field actually? The award, science or journalism or economy or sports? No doubt the answer for this is journalism. Then, beta, now, before going to this legal awareness point of view, I'll just go back. Okay, I'll finish this and I'll go back. Now, Article 32 called legal right, constitutional remedy. Yes, because 32 writs. Just go to that one, Indian polity or Indian constitutional law. It's a very interesting and important point, and very important point also for our examination. Beta. So this is a constitutional remedy. PIL can be filed by, what is it, sir? PIL, right? It's a pill, you call it as well, right? Yeah, very fantastic thing. This I can say that Justice Bhagavati, if I'm not wrong, encouraged it. He's almost initiated this one. Public interest litigation. So that's what actually we have. Public interest litigation. This is, of course, filed by any person. Even you can, of course, upon simple postcard also, you can post it to the CJI. That's important. Supreme Court, in fact. So that much of a wonderful thing, pill it is. That is what? Filed by only victim or any citizen or only loyal judge. So any citizen of this country can file this pill, PIL. Bail is a punishment or right or appeal or sentence. It's a right, right? That is what you can say. Where the bailable cases are there, automatically you can apply for that. And it's your right. That's the reason better. Tort law deals with. Yes, this is a root word is the tortio. So this is what you call here. It is civil wrong. Tort is nothing but the civil wrong. What are those? We'll discuss in legal class. Of course, that is the constitutional law you take, of course, torts, contract law, right? Family law. We have separate application for legal. In fact, in our very fantastic program for the CLAT, just join us, of course. Natural justice includes option A, bias allowed, fair hearing, C, secret trial, D, no appeal. No doubt, I think it's a fair hear. This is what, man. Now, come to the point of question number 36. In this case also, I'll give you very wonderful information, my youngsters. Come to the point here. Main point today's discussion is UPI. This is a very fantastic one, right? As on date, if you know, just let me complete this 36 first of all. India's first solar mission. Option A, Chandrayaan. B, Aditya L1. C, Mangalyaan. D, Gaganyaan. Beta answer, I think this is Pakka. What is it? Aditya L1. B is right answer, my dear. Now, Digital India launched in which year? This is also one of the wonderful initiatives by the government of India. Right? Fantastic thing, of course. Now you observe the impact of digital India today. Right? It's a very fantastic thing, of course. Even in my class, I'll tell you very detailed about complete information on this one. 2014, 2015, 2016. But it's in 2015. Ayushman Bharat relates to education, health, agriculture, and banking. I think, it's a very important point. If any senior citizen in your house, right, that is, of course, there is no question of caste, creed, rich, poor, those who are crossing 70 years of age, number of old people also eligible now today. Please go through that one. And 5 lakhs per annum is the medical insurance for them. Medical bill will be paid by the government of India. So therefore, what Ayushman Bharat is applicable to the vulnerable section of the society. That's a very fantastic thing. Go through that. But it is related to which one? In health. One of the biggest initiative in the medical field by government of India. That's Ayushman Bharat. Now, beta, this I can tell you 39th is a very important point. UPI is developed by, actually speaking, my youngsters are option A, RBI, NPCA, and SBC. This is confusion point actually. It's a part of it's under completely what you can say. No doubt it is under RBI only, but answer for this question we have to say NPCI. That is National Payments Corporation of India. Shall I? Yes. National Payments Corporation of India. Under, of course, RBI, no doubt better. Right? What is UPI expand? I think the expansion also you might be knowing that Unified Payments Interface. Unified Payments Interface is the answer for this one, beta. Now this is developed by NPCEI. The NPCEI, it's in the month of April. Even you can remember if the date is also very important, double one. April 11th is, that's launched in 2016. Now, almost all better, as of now, I want to tell you a very important point here. In every second, 7,500 transactions all over the world, remember. This is what, actually, this is managed by India's UPI, the world almost all. 50% of world digital transactions are, of course, by digital transactions. In fact, total volume, 50% of the value by this, our India's UPI, my youngsters. This is information as of 2025, my dear. I told you, 7,500 transactions per second. In 1 second, this much of transactions, I think, it is taking place in this wonderful world. So UPI is purely from India. Remember, it's a great achievement. Now you understood the impact of it, right? Real-time transactions, you understood. Make in India launched by Reserve Bank of India, our Prime Minister, Niti Aayog, our Parliament. That's Prime Minister of India, Narendra Modi. Then come to the point of view. Olympics held every 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, or 5 years. Olympics held every 2 years or 3 years or 4 years or 5 years. Better option is perfectly 4 years. Then in this case also we have very beautiful information is there regarding FIFA. I'll tell you Commonwealth Games also. These 3 things. Today's data, fantastic information is there. And just share to your friends, those who are writing different examinations, right? And subscribe if you are not the subscriber of my channel, right? It's a very fantastic one done. Olympics held every, that's over now, 42nd. Thomas Cup, option A, tennis, B, football, C, badminton, D, hockey. But the answer for this question is badminton. Even once I asked you the same thing. Thomas Cup belongs to which Ranji Trophy? India. That is cricket. Like that, we have to remember different trophies also. Then FIFA headquarters. Baba, what is actually, first of all, headquarters? Okay, before going to that one, no doubt that is in Switzerland, right? I'll tell the city name that Zurich. Okay, I'll come to the point. Zurich is in Switzerland, but what is actually, sir? FIFA. And this 2026 World Cup, of course, the hosting nations, how many? This type of question you will expect this year. At the same time, of course, it's starting from which month or ending with which month of this 2026. That means what FIFA is going to have in the year of 2026, that's called as World Cup football. Right? What is FIFA expansion? Different expansion, actually speaking. Federation International D Football, like that. Football Association. So this is the actual expansion of, I'll repeat, Federation International D Football Association is the full form of FIFA. Remember. But now the headquarters in Zurich. So my dear, it's of course the hosting of these host nations, this time 3 countries. Of course, the USA, Canada, and Mexico. I think Mexico has some specification in this. This is the third time I think Mexico is taking part as a one of the what you can say in the point of sharing. So third time I think it's a very big thing, and you just should go to that. But I can, according to my knowledge, USA, Canada, Mexico are organizing this. It is starting from June of this 2026. Even if you want the date, June 11th to better, June 11th to July 19th of 2026. Remember, this is what you call regarding FIFA. Understand? Very fantastic thing, of course. Then come to the point of Commonwealth Games organized by which organization? But it is A. IOC stands for International Olympic Council. Yes. Next, Olympic Committee. I think yes. Olympics Committee, not Council. Yeah, International Olympics Committee. And FIFA. Just I mentioned that it's not that answer. So answer is CGF. CG stands for the same Commonwealth Games. Then what is F, sir? Federation. Commonwealth Games Federation is organizing, of course, but this headquarters is no doubt in London, right? As of now, according to my knowledge, 56 member states are there, and this 2026, remember, Commonwealth Games are going to be conducted in what you can say, Scotland. That is what you can say, Glasgow. So it is called as Glasgow Commonwealth Games. 56 member states are there as of now, and nobody. Previously, this is in fact, Commonwealth means I think which was under the British control. Now it is open to any nation can participate in these particular games, right? So now come to the point of here, better 46. Capital of Kazakhstan. Option A, Astana. B, Almaty. B. Okay, answer is over now. Astana. Then go to question number. Currency of Turkey. It's lira, beta. Now, largest ocean in the world is Pacific. Human brain largest part is. Yes, option is definitely, that is cerebrum. B. Photosynthesis occurs in which? Yes, mitochondria. So option, sorry, it's chloroplast. But I'm telling. So chloroplast is the answer for this one, C. Then go to question number, which I left first one. Go to the first question here in this case. Now, it is fantastically designed better. We have polity and governance. First bit, if you see that. Which article deals with procedure established by law? Article 21. Which body decides disqualification and anti-defection? Beta, I think I told you in previous videos also, anti-defection is nothing but what? Defection. In fact, if a person elected from one party and joined the other party and supporting the other party and for not following the whip, so much of big information is there. That is, it's under, of course, we can say that is 10th schedule. 10th schedule of the Indian Constitution, of course, Constitution of India. That is what? Purely the power is given to the Speaker of the House. So option is B, beta. Say C. Then go to question number. DPSPs, called as Directive Principles of State Policy, are inspired from. We have taken from which? Because our constitution, we have taken so many things from different constitutions. So it's nothing but, of course, some people can say it's borrow the constitution, but beautifully designed the constitution, that you have to remember. Even fundamental rights, we have to take, of course, we have taken from USA like that, Australian, South African, everything, when Germany emergency point of view like that. We have so many, in this case, DPSP from Ireland, which is not a fundamental duty. Option A, respect the constitution, protect the environment. C, vote in elections. And D, promote harmony. No doubt the option is C for fourth question number. Then go to question number 5 here. Joint sitting is presided by. I think joint sitting, right? When the bill is not at all. Of course, when there is one bill passed by the one house and it is not deadlock, it is called as when deadlock occurs. So automatically, President of India summons to have the joint session. Joint sitting of these two houses, Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha, presided by, in the case of only president, this is what you can say, Speaker of the House. Speaker of Lok Sabha, remember. Right? Joint sitting is presided by Speaker of Lok Sabha. Then go to question beta, economic point in this case. Observe here. Stagflation means low growth plus high inflation, option B beta. Repo rate increase leads to less borrowing. When interest is high beta, who will take? That's the point in the economy class. Yes, we have modules also for IAS Academy, IAS program. Those who are not willing to join for PCM. If you want to join academy, most welcome. Polity, most welcome. At the same time, we have separate batches for Indian history. At the same time, geography. Of course, everything is, we have CSAT, a special program is there, and I have uploaded a number of videos. Just follow my channel, you can get majority information better. Then primary deficit, option A, fiscal deficit minus interest payments. So that is the answer here. And revenue deficit, DGP gap, it's not, option is A better. SDR, called as Special Drawing Rights. Special Drawing Rights. The member of completely member nations only will utilize this one, and issued by IMF, right? Go through that one better. It's not a currency, and to maintain, of course, balance of payments and all, that is IMF. SDR will be drawn by these people, member nations. Quantitative easing means, yes, injecting liquidity by central bank. Yeah, this is what you can say. But if you take a RBI topic, you can find, of course, different methods. Right, so money supply part is there, and you can find so many things in that case. I'll tell you that money supply is especially in the commercial banks point of view and banking sector. That's a very important point. And RBI is a role also, right? You can find it. Then come to the point of geography. Geography and environment is high level questions. In fact, casually we have taken. Don't worry for that. So first 11th question is Coriolis. Force affects temperature or wind direction or rainfall or soil. But the option is wind's direction. Coriolis force, we have to say, affects wind's direction. And laterite soil is rich in iron. Ramsar sites relates to forest, wetlands, desert, or rivers. Beta, wetlands, and you can find, of course, how many Ramsar sites are there in India. So this type of question also you can expect. Go to that one. Sundarbans, very fantastic delta, of course, the largest in the world actually. Sundarbans, famous for coral reefs, mangroves, yes, glaciers. No doubt, better option is over already. Volcanoes, no option is mangroves. Then 15th, jet streams occur in. Yeah, answer is very clear. Stratosphere. Then now science and technology part I am covering. Here, just see that here. CRISP or technology used for DNA editing. But CRISPR stands for, remember, Clustered Regulatory Interspaced Short Palindromic Repeats. Yes, it's a little difficult to remember, but okay. Now, just blue light hazard affects definitely eyes. Then mRNA. Yes, I think, this is a very popular word at the time of COVID-19. Messenger ribonucleic acid, that is mRNA, in COVID-19 only. Vaccine used in which quantum computing based on, yes, this principle of quantum mechanics, right? Especially utilizing quantum bits. So what do you say? Especially utilizing quantum bits is what? This is qubits. That's the answer here. Then graphite is metal, plastic, carbon layer, or gas. No doubt the answer is carbon layer, beta. Now, of course, I told you from 21. This is a fantastic thing, like just Sean. Once again, this time requesting all the people that, in fact, it's very useful. Though you are not a student, please share to your friends, those who are preparing for different examinations, right? So very important questions here I've uploaded. Have a great time, beta. We'll meet with another video tomorrow. Bye-bye.